Hi everyone, this is Ryan, and I was addicted to trading. Right, so allow me to share my story with you. I started trading in 2005, so that's about 17 years ago. And today I want to just share my personal trading journey over the last 17 years. Now, not many people know this, but I started trading because I was bored. Right? I started trading when I was still in a job that actually paid me quite well. It wasn't a situation where I was desperately looking for a second income, or struggling to survive. Back then, I was working in a regional company and I was required to travel a lot. I was staying in a hotel. Rather, I was staying in hotels more than 25 nights a month. So I had this assignment which required me to stay in Bangkok, Thailand for 3 months. Now, if you have never been to Bangkok, let me just say that it is every young man's dream come true. Right, there were endless types of entertainment there, and every night was spent at different clubs, drinking and partying. And so the first month I was there, it was super exciting. We would finish work at 6 p.m., head over to the pubs for happy hour. Beers were very cheap and cost about $1 per bottle. All right, so my colleagues and I would order bottle after bottle. And after that, after happy hour ended, we would go for dinner. And let me just say this, Thai food was just very agreeable with my stomach. Okay? And after dinner, it was off to the trendiest clubs or sky bars. So this went on for about 2 months. And by the end of it, I was totally burned out. I decided to stop partying for a while. And while lying on my bed, on my hotel bed one night, I was figuring out what I could do with my free time. And so I turned on my laptop. Right? Now, back then, there were no smartphones yet. All right? People were still using Nokias. And iPhone was not even invented, right? iPhone was only invented 2 years later in 2007. So I turned on my laptop and I typed in how to make money. And forex appeared on the first page of the search results. Right? I I was deeply attracted to it and started reading. Right? I read the whole night and went to work the next day with dark circles under my eyes. However, I was super excited, more excited than when I had first landed in Bangkok. I couldn't wait to get back to my hotel room to continue reading again. So the second night, I did more reading, and I was convinced that Forex was the way to go. I registered a live trading account, funded it with 10,000 US dollars, and while waiting for my bank wire to go through, I practiced trading on the demo account. For the next few days, crawled by slowly, and when I finally received the email notification that my live account was funded, I immediately started trading USDJPY, right, dollar yen, which I had read was recommended for new traders. So using one of the free strategies I had learned online, I placed my very first trade. And guess what? I made $200 US dollars, in just one trade. And I couldn't believe it. It was so easy. All right. And the next few days, I rejected all invitations to go partying and headed straight back to my hotel room after work. I would stare at the dollar yen chart on my laptop screen and waited for the trade setup to come. So long story short, in my first 2 months, I made about 20,000 US dollars profit. So my $10,000 account had grown to $30,000. Now, I had never made so much money so easily before. I mean, my job paid me about $7,000 to $8,000 a month, but I had to work long hours and travel a lot. I was hardly at home. Now, making $10,000 a month by just clicking a few buttons every night was just unbelievable. But I was doing it. And soon I figured that if I could make a few $100s a day by just trading 2 hours a night, how much could I make if I did it 8 hours a day, or even 10 hours a day, right? So I made a very big decision and decided to quit my job. I wanted to become a full-time trader, right? And then it happened. On my first day as a full-time trader, I lost $20,000 in one trade. I was horrified, devastated. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. How could I lose so much in one trade? What happened? 2 months of profits, just wiped out in one night, in one trade. So I locked myself up in my room and searched for answers, right? Frantically online. I went to Google. I was searching, what happened? Why was I losing so much? I couldn't eat. I lost my appetite. I wanted to recover my $20,000 as quickly as possible. So while Googling, I came across an article that talked about money management. What the hell was that, right? How come I didn't read this earlier? All I had read before was trading is easy and how much money I could make. So instead of doubling my position sizes after losses, I learned to maintain my lot size instead. So now, if I had a few losing trades during the day, it meant I had to work OT, overtime, right? I would put in more hours just to make back my losses, or at least minimize the loss. On the bright side, I was still profitable each month. I mean, not including that $20,000 loss, right? But I was still profitable each month. Some months more, some months less, right? And I actually became sort of like a hermit and joined the NFL club. Now, what does NFL stands for? No friends left. So I stayed at home and traded all day and sometimes all night. Now, looking back today, I realized I was actually working longer hours compared to my job. But my average monthly income was comparable to my previous job income. But at that time, I was thinking that I had more free time and was working as and when I wanted. That was freedom. That was what I thought I had at that time. What a joke. A few months later, right, one of my friends who found out I quit my job convinced me to go for a forex talk in Singapore. Now, up to that point of time, I was trading day and sometimes all night. Every day I was just at home trading non-stop. Trying to clock in 8 hours, 10 hours a day. Still thinking that if I did that, I would make much more than my job income, or I would make much more than trading 2 hours a day. Right? So I went for this forex talk, and it was a preview to a course, and the course fee was $8,000. Not a small amount. So I hesitated. When I found out that there was a small community of traders who interacted with each other and shared experiences with each other after the course, I made my decision right there and then. Paid for the course immediately. So during the 2 days course, there was an in-depth education on trading mindset and discipline. It was an eye-opener for me. The strategy was nothing fantastic, and was actually quite similar to some of the free strategies I had came across online before. However, the trading psychology part of it impacted me and stayed with me to this day. I came to realize that trading psychology was just as important, if not more important, than the trading strategy itself. And so I came up with my own simple 5 rules. Our first one, maintain a trading journal. Right? So It records the performance and mistakes made in my trades. I would also write down the reason why I took the trade. During the weekends, when the market was closed, I would review my whole week's trades. This was like doing homework and also to lessen the pain of withdrawal symptom, right? Monday to Friday, you're trading non-stop, and then suddenly weekends, the market is closed. I feel a bit lost, you know, you don't know what to do on the weekends. It was like going through cold turkey for 2 days on Saturday and Sunday, right? The second rule is to start trading with a small live account. Right? So if you are new to trading, start with a small live account. An amount which you are willing to lose. Why? Because you lose real money when you trade. Don't believe all the fluff and rah-rah about making $1 million overnight or in a week or whatever. When you are trading, especially as a new trader, you will have a lot of stress. You will be stressing about whether are you trading correctly. Did you understand the strategy properly? Is the lot size correct? Why is the price moving so fast? Is the entry price correct? How about the stop loss and take profit? Many, many things to stress about. Many, many things to think and worry about. So don't add in the stress of, I can't afford to lose this money. The third one, keep your trading contract size consistent. It is important to maintain your lot size. Do not increase it until your account rises by 20%. Similarly, the opposite, do not decrease your lot size until your account drops by about 20%. It could be 10% or 30% or 25%, whatever the number is. Right? For me, I've always set it at 20%. Right? Also, do not forget that the probability of losing the next trade is higher with every winning trade. All right. Fourth one, pay yourself. Very, very important. Now, the goal of trading is to profit and put money in your pockets. Make it a habit to withdraw your profits. It could be once a week, once a month, at the end of the month, when you hit $1,000, when you hit $5,000, when you hit $10,000, whatever it is, right? Set a goal. When you hit it, make a withdrawal. Right? Allocate part of your profits for compounding and withdraw the rest. Now, this is very, very important and will eventually, slowly condition your brain to do the right thing. Right? Whenever you are trading, right? Doing the right things repeatedly leads to a withdrawal at the end of the month. Doing the wrong things, no money, no withdrawal. Simple. Right? So it has a psychological effect on your brain. Right? When you make withdrawal, it's like reward. You know, you do something and there's a reward. You do something and there's a reward. So your brain will be programmed to just keep doing the same thing over and over again, because at the end of it, you will be making a withdrawal. All right. And the fifth rule is never overtrade. Right? So many traders fail to realize this, myself included, during my early trading days. Now put it in your mind that if you overtrade, you do not make more money. It is actually the opposite effect. If you decide to take 2 trades a day, stick with it, stick to it. Right? Don't take the 3rd trade, don't take the 4th trade. Whether win or lose, you know, if you take 2 trades, you lose, that's the end of the day. If you take 2 trades, 1 win, 1 lose, is a break even, that's it, that's the end of the day. I have never seen a trader that overtrades and do better than the experienced trader who is very disciplined and never overtrades. Can you become rich with a $5,000 per day job? Can you become a billionaire? Now, before I share this story with you, let me just go back to the previous slide again and summarize, right? So these are my 5 simple rules, how I stop, how I help to end my trading addiction, right? So I maintain a trading journal. I started trading with a small live account. I keep my trading contract consistent, pay myself regularly, and finally, I never overtrade. A lot of people, when they start trading, they are very eager, to make a lot of money. Now, you must understand that the market will still be around tomorrow. The market will still be around next week. The market will still be around long after we are gone. Right? The market will not just suddenly end 5 minutes later, right? So don't worry if you are not able to trade today. There's always tomorrow. Okay? And trading, we talk about, when it comes to trading profits, we don't really talk about the amount that you make. We focus more on the percentage you make. Now, let's just say you are able to make 2 or 3% a month. Right? We're not talking about crazy figures like 30, 50, 80% profits a month. We're just talking about 2, 3% a month. So you trade a $1,000 account, you make 2, 3% a month consistently for 2, 3 months. Would you be confident enough to either increase your lot size, maybe double your lot size, so that you can make 4 to 6%, or would you be confident enough to top up your account, maybe double your capital to $2,000, so that you still make 3%, but it's double, right? Because 3% of $1,000 and 3% of $2,000 is double, right? I'm sure you would be confident to do that, right? So repeat this again for the next 2, 3 months. You're still consistently making that 2, 3% or 4 to 6%. From then on, the sky is the limit. You're not going to be worried about trading a $5,000 account, a $10,000 account, a $50,000 account, a $100,000 account, because all you have to do is just continue trading using the same strategy, using the same risk percentage, making that 2, 3% a month or 4 to 6% a month, whatever it is. You have proved it to yourself that you can do it over a course of 5 to 6 months. Right? You would no longer have the fear to trade a $50,000 account, and that's where you start seeing the big profits, the rewards of your hard work in the first 6 months. All right, so next, let's move on to this. Now, can you become rich with a $5,000 a day job? Can you become a billionaire? Right? Now, how many of you think that we can become a billionaire making $5,000 a day? Now, you will be surprised. Right? Here's the thing. If you work in a job that pays you $5,000 a month, starting from the day Christopher Columbus first set sail to discover the Americas in 1492, how much would you have made today? Now, 1492 is exactly 530 years ago. Now, 530 multiplied by 365 days. That's 192,450 days. Multiply that amount by $5,000. It's $967,250,000. So that's still less than $1 billion. What this means is that you will never become rich by working every single day. You will never achieve your financial freedom by working every single day. You will only get there if you run your own business like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk. You will get there if you are an investor like Warren Buffett or George Soros. The world of trading is not just trading. there are so many parts of it. We have the brokers, we have the educators, we have the YouTubers and TikTokers, we have investors, we have new traders and experienced traders, we have profitable traders, and traders struggling to make an income. We have people who just found out about trading today. Today is the first day that they discovered trading. Right? So let me share with you 3 ways to make more money from forex. So the first one is fund management. Now, if you are profitable consistently, people will know. Your friends and relatives will know. That's because your quality of life will start to improve. And they will start asking you about it. Start small. Start with a few hundred or a few $1,000s per person and show them the results. Come up with a profit sharing scheme so you can make more money with their money. Now, this was something which I did many years ago. I started this more than 10 years ago. And I started, with a few hundred, a few $1,000s from friends here, relatives there, and I actually did with them 30-70 profit sharing. This means that whatever profits I make for them, they keep 70% of it. Whatever losses, whatever profits, I will take 30%. And the same goes for losses. Whatever losses are made, they will have to bear 70% on the losses, and I would bear 30% on the loss. So this ensures that I am going to be very responsible for their money. Because if I lose their money, I will have to fork out my own money to pay them as well. All right. So actually, they're only risking 70% of their capital when I'm managing the fund for them. On the positive side, whatever I make for them, I get to keep 30%, right? And some of my friends and relatives are much wealthier than me at that point of time. So they were able to give me 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, whatever. And then whatever the amount was, whatever the profits I made, 30% I would keep at the end of the month. And the second one is trading affiliates. Right? Now, brokers offer attractive IB commissions if you refer traders to them. Now, I didn't realize this at first and didn't really focus on it. I was thinking, how much can I make with just a few dollars per person? However, this changed in 2010. I started a project to refer traders to the broker I was using at the time. Now, in my first month, I received about close to $2,000 in commission. And that made a light bulb go off in my mind. All I did was just told a few friends, this is the broker I'm using, use this link, my referral link, use my link, register an account, and you can start trading. And just by doing that, I was able to make, close to $2,000 in commission. So over the next few months, I completely focused on referring more and more traders. Right? I started a free forex course to whoever funded their trading account with $1,000. I told them, just register a trading account using my referral link, deposit $1,000, and I will give you my course for free. It was a 1 full day course, right? I would sit down with them for morning 9 to evening 6 p.m. and just go through the course with them. It could be one-on-one, it could be a group setting, whatever, right? And some of them asked me, Ryan, is there anything stopping me from withdrawing that $1,000 immediately after I finish the course with you? I said, it's your money. I have no control over it. You want to fund $1,000 today, attend the course tomorrow, and third day withdraw the $1,000. It's entirely up to you. So I did not tell them that they had to put the money there for a specific amount of time. It was entirely up to them. So I did this, right? Free course, fund $1,000. I'll teach how to trade. And in 6 months, my IB commissions grew to 30,000 US dollars a month. And this was passive income. Right? I could stop trading and go for a 1 month holiday to Europe or Australia or the US, wherever, and still get a $30,000 income. That was truly passive income. And that was when I, finally realized the power of passive income, right? And then the third one, of course, is to sell a course. Now you are making money from trading. This is another way to increase your income. It could be a $10 online course or a $5,000 in-person course or anything else in between. It wouldn't take up much time, like maybe 2 or 3 days a month max, and you can and it can be an additional source of income for you. Right? So think about this, or you could even write an ebook, or maybe even do a video explaining your trading system. You might not want to share the full system, but you could share some tips, some guidelines, or even do trading review videos, and from that video or from that course, you could lead them to your referral link. Click on the referral link, open a trading account, they fund the account, you get IB commission. All right. So always focus on recurring income. Now, trading is like a job. If you stop trading or something happens to you which prevents you from trading, it's like losing your job or getting sacked or retrenched from your job. What then? So consider alternatives like what I shared with you in the previous slide, especially the IB commission. Now, do you know what is Elon Musk's dream? His dream is to die on Mars. That's his dream. If he keeps thinking about his dream, it will just remain as a dream. Now, many of us dream of making $1 million, going for holidays, enjoying life, but they remain just that, a dream. Now, in order for Elon Musk to achieve his dream, he has to break it down into smaller goals. To die on Mars, he has to get there first. To get there, he needs a spaceship. So he goes to NASA and he asks NASA, how much would it cost? And they tell him it will cost $5 gazillion or something like that, whatever. It was very expensive, right? So he decides to build his own spaceship. So now his goal is to build a spaceship so that he can get to Mars to die there. Right? He surrounds himself with some of the smartest people and starts building a spaceship. So he broke down his big goal of dying on Mars into small goals, right? So now his most immediate goal is, his first goal is to build a spaceship first, then fly over there. Then he can finally die on Mars. Right? So to achieve your dream, you need two things. First, move out of your comfort zone. And second, you need time. To move out of your comfort zone, do things you're not comfortable with. Try new stuff, try new things. Don't be afraid to fail. Right? Keep the child in you alive. You need to keep your energy levels up. You need to keep trying and trying. A child, when he first learns to walk, does not succeed. But he tries again and again, day after day. Every time, every minute that the child is awake, he tries to walk until he finally succeeds. So if the child doesn't give up, why should we? When asked, what's the biggest mistake we can make in life? Buddha's reply was, the biggest mistake you can make is you think you have time. Right? Time is free, but it's priceless. Right? You can't own it, but you can use it. You can't keep it, but you can spend it. And once it's lost, you can never get it back. Time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you can't get more time. One of my idols, Steve Jobs, once said, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's time. Now, there's good news and there's bad news. The bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot. Imagine this. Every day, $86,400 is deposited into your bank account. Whether you spend it or not, at the end of the day, it'll be gone. And the next day, Another $86,400 is deposited. How will you spend that money? I think a lot of people will go out and buy stuff that they like, right? Maybe buy cars, buy houses, buy jewelry, buy a lot of good food, dine at Michelin star restaurants, travel here, travel there, whatever. They'll spend as much of that money as possible. Now, every day, 86,400 seconds is deposited into your live account. At the end of the day, it will be used up. And the next day, another 86,400 seconds is deposited. But we would never waste it if it was money. So why do we waste it when it comes to time? We can get back the money, but we will never get back the 86,400 seconds from yesterday. Those seconds are so much more valuable compared to dollars. You can make back the dollars, but you can't get back the seconds. But to realize the value of 1 year, ask the student who failed his final year exam, and has to repeat the entire year. To realize the value of 1 month, ask the mother who lost her child in the final month. To realize the value of 1 minute, ask the person who just missed his bus, train, or plane. To realize the value of 1 second, ask the person who just missed a car accident. And to realize the value of 1 millisecond, ask the person who came in second at the Olympics. But we think it's other people who are wasting our time, but really, it is us who give them the permission to do that. Some of us lose the people most important to us because we don't value their time. Some of us don't recognize how important someone is to us until they're gone. Now we spend all our time sleeping, playing games, looking at Instagram or TikTok, or working to make money to survive. And when that time is gone, we can't get it back. When someone close to us is gone, we can't bring them back. I don't want to make money just to survive. I want to make so much money that I don't have to worry about survival. I'm 40 plus years old this year. I have another 20 plus years to go. Now let's compare that to 1 day. There's 24 hours a day. Most of us spend 8 hours sleeping, 2 hours traveling to and fro the office. We spend another 10 hours in the office, 2 hours eating and drinking our meal time. That's 22 hours gone. We're left with only 2 hours for our family. If you spend that with your family instead of looking at your phone and going through Facebook, Instagram. Do you know what this means? This means that in the next 20 plus years, we will only be spending 2 years with our family, with our kids. Now, do you see why I'm so motivated to succeed? Can you imagine if you're going to see your family for only 2 years for the rest of your life? Will you treasure those 2 years? Will you try to find a way to get more time? I will do anything in my power to make sure I have more than 2 years. I want 5 years, 10 years. I want even all that 20 over years to spend with my family. Right? So don't waste your time. You can never get it back. You can't waste my time because I will never allow anyone to do so. I'm only interested to help people who want to grow. I will only help the people who are hungry to succeed. If you aren't hungry enough, you better find your reason. You better find your why. It's not about adding 1 more zero to your bank account. It's about adding a few more zeros behind. It's about never having to worry about money again. So feel free to add me on Telegram or Facebook. I welcome collaborations and look forward to connecting with all of you again soon. I wish all of you a profitable trading journey ahead. Right? Thank you so much, WikiExpo, for inviting me to this webinar. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great week ahead. Bye-bye.